Let's go to our reporter Zhu Dan in Hong Kong. Zhu Dan, July the 1st also marks the anniversary of Hong Kong's return to China. I know you have a legal expert with you. Help us understand this historical significance of that event.
Hi, Panda. Right now I'm in Central Pier of Hong Kong. Right behind me is actually Hong Kong Convention and Exhibition Center in Wan Chai. Well, 24 years ago, it is right here that the handover ceremony was held. On June 30th, 1997, the last day of British rule, a handover ceremony took place at the newly constructed Hong Kong Convention and Exhibition Center. Minutes before midnight, the British national flag and the Hong Kong colonial flag were lowered as the British national anthem was played, officially ending British colonial rule in the city. As the clock struck midnight, the Chinese national flag and the new Hong Kong SAR flag were raised to the Chinese national anthem. It represented a new beginning for Hong Kong and also a milestone in China's history. China initiated one country, two systems policy and practice in Hong Kong. It was formulated in the early 1980s by Chinese leader Deng Xiaoping. He said that there would be only one China, but Hong Kong and Macau could retain their own economic and administrative systems, while the rest of Chinese mainland uses socialism. And for more about this, I'm joined by my guest today, Lawrence Ma. He's a friend. Yes, thank you today. So Lawrence, he's a Hong Kong barrister. You were born in Hong Kong, lived in Hong Kong, and studied and practiced barrister in Hong Kong for so many years. Help us understand what is one country, two systems.
Now, historically, international sovereignty dispute about territories would inevitably end up in war and battle. I'll take the 1982 example of the Falkland Island War between UK and Argentina. It ended up in bloodshed. Now, in those days, the Chinese Communist Party patriot leader, Mr. Deng Xiaoping, was wise enough to invent and introduced a new system of constitutional governance for Hong Kong, which was most suitable in those days for the actual situation of Hong Kong. Now, that great principle has resulted in peaceful reunification of Hong Kong to the motherland. And Mr. Deng Xiaoping was actually done something that is beneficial not just to Hong Kong and China, but it also contributed greatly to world peace and humanity.
Exactly. This one country, two systems is unprecedented at that time. And we all know that Hong Kong has experienced some chaos in 2019, and we're all in Hong Kong, right? So, but right now with the national security law and the patriots governing Hong Kong. So help us understand about this more. Can you explain? Yeah.
Yes, patriots running Hong Kong is not new. It is a political principle actually stated also by Mr. Deng Xiaoping himself back in 1984. On our implementation of the policy of one country, two system, we do allow Western influence to continue to have in Hong Kong so long as they are positive and they contribute to the development of Hong Kong. However, when China has become a global power, that attracted a lot of resentment from the West, particularly the United States as well as its allies. So what they did is they utilized their proxies in Hong Kong to make up or concerted for example, the 2014 umbrella movement in Hong Kong, the 2019 Black Cat violence in Hong Kong, so that all this is to destabilize the Chinese rule. Now, after the central government has now wholeheartedly instrumental in implementing or re-implemented the principle of patriots governing Hong Kong, I would believe that these foreign proxies would not secure a place in our Legislative Council, and all these foreign subversive powers would be eliminated.
Exactly. Thank you, Lawrence Ma. So, one country, two systems. Patriots administering Hong Kong. These are a vision. These are the vision of the Communist Party and their quest for a better future for the people of Hong Kong and also China. I've studied alternative methods and experimented with different models. This is strikingly illustrated in the prosperity of Hong Kong, as Hong Kong has been ranked the world's freest economy for 25 consecutive years.
Thank you very much, our reporter Zhu Dan in Hong Kong. Now for more